I've got the brand new patterns from Villa Rosa, hot off the press. We are going to review them quickly, one at a time, and there are 7 different patterns, 2 of which are table toppers and 2 are for panel fabrics. So if you've joined the Quilting Your Legacy monthly challenge, there are 2 patterns in here that would be absolutely brilliant to use any of your fabric panels that you have in your stack. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Emily from Norton House Quilting and the founder of Quilting Your Legacy, and I am your quilting friend, where we sew intentionally, not only for ourselves, but also to give our sewn projects to our favorite people. Let's go ahead and jump right in and review each of these 7 patterns right now. So the first pattern up is brilliant for a panel that you have laying around. This is called Tea with Mara. It measures at 58 inches by 72 inches. And the blocks in the center, I'm just going to go in a little bit closer. That is what will be absolutely brilliant if you have any square panels laying around. And they are measuring at 9.5 inches by 9.5 inches. And then the additional fabrics that you will need is all yardage. So like 1 1/8, 5/8 of a yard, another 5/8 of a yard cut. So it's all different yardage amounts to make this adorable quilt. And then the second pattern that I have using panels is called Seasons. Now, Seasons is going to be measuring at 42 inches by 48 inches. And the panel size squares that you'll be using are 9-inch squares. Or if you love this pattern and you don't have any panels to go with it, not a problem. You will need 5/8 of a yard cut for the squares that are zipping all around. And then you'll need your sashing, which you'll notice the coloring all around the block right in here, that sashing, zipping all around. And then for the flying geese blocks, those are going to be half square triangles. And for those, you are going to need 3/8 of a yard cut. And then for the sashing, 2/3 of a yard cut. Again, this would be great if you have any 9-inch panel blocks laying around. Here is your quilt pattern. And don't forget to join the Quilting Your Legacy monthly challenge, where we sew a different challenge every single month. Hey, we've got a heart-shaped quilt for you. Look how stinking cute. This is called Heartbeat. The pattern image is a bit blurry, but this is going to be using 5 different fabrics at 1/4 of a yard cut. And then you're going to have these cool large accent blocks, which are going to be like 4 cornerstones in the corner. Those are going to be 1/2 of a yard cut. The background fabric, which is just all in here, it looks like they have like a little bit of like a white tonal, is going to be a yard for the background fabric. And then you've got the front border, which is going to be 7/8 of a yard cut. This quilt measures at 52 inches by 52 inches. So this could be a really great baby size quilt. And to do the corners in here, those are going to be making half square triangles. This will be a lot of fun to make up, especially using up some of your scrap fabrics or using solids in the primary colors. So much fun. Okay, this one I love. Love, love, love. So this is called Bar a Boo 2. It is measuring at 36 inches by 36 inches. So this would be a really great baby size quilt. And because this is using blocks, you could absolutely make it larger if you wanted to. You are going to need 1/2 of a yard of white and 5/8 of a yard cut for the gray color, which is your background color. And then you're going to need fat quarters of purple, pink, orange, yellow, which is shown in the photo. But those 4 different colors, you could choose any colors that you wish. Of course, choosing the 4 colors, they don't have to be those. Again, 4 different fat quarters and then the 2 different background fabric. And again, this is measuring at 36 inches by 36 inches. If this isn't quite big enough, just add some more block to it. Easy peasy. I love this. Okay, so this is called interwoven. You know, sometimes how we buy 2.5-inch strip packs and we're just not quite sure what to do with it. Here is your quilt pattern. This is measuring at 58 inches by 76 inches. It is using 20 different 2.5-inch strips. And then for the background color, you will be needing 1 yard and 5/8 of 2 different background fabrics, or you could go with 4 different 7/8 of a yard. So again, the background, oh, I got something weird stuck on me. So like for the background fabric, it is going to be the teal, cream, navy, and then like that gray color fabric. So you could either choose to go with 4 different background fabrics, or you could choose with 2 different background fabrics. And again, this is going to be brilliant when you have that jelly roll, the 2.5-inch strip jelly roll laying around the house. You're not quite sure what to do with it. There is your quilt. So I've got 2 more patterns left. These are the table topper patterns. Love them. We very well might be doing this in the Quilting Your Legacy Table Topper Club, especially this one. So this is called Candy and Flowers. It is measuring at 16 inches by 52 inches. Great size tabletop. You'll be doing the flip stitch, which is definitely my favorite stitch method. And you're going to be using 3 different fabrics. You've got 1/4 yard of the light color fabric, 1/4 yard of a medium color fabric, and then 3/8 of a yard cut for the dark fabric. And I just want to show you the back of the pattern because it is showing an alternative way to, and then I just want to show you the back of the pattern because it's showing an alternative way to make the table topper. So this is again using the 3 different fabrics. So instead of on the top of the pattern with it having flower prints, this side here is showing what it would look like in tonal fabrics or in solid fabrics, which is just absolutely gorgeous. And how fun to perhaps use Halloween color fabrics or even Christmas color fabrics. Again, you'll need 3 different fabrics to make this table topper. And then last but certainly not least, goodness gracious, I am definitely making this in solid colors. And dare I say, I'm going to use these exact colors. It's just so fun and vibrant. So this is called Baraboo. And again, this is a table topper. It is measuring at 17 inches by 51 inches. You are going to need 1/2 yard cut of white and gray fabrics, and then which is going to be your background fabric. And then you're going to need a fat quarter of the blue, green, orange, and pink as shown. But again, you could absolutely choose any color that you wish. You don't have to choose the blue, green, orange, pink. As long as you've got 4 different fat quarters, you are good to go. So there you have it, my quilting friends. These are the 7 brand new patterns hot off the press from Villa Rosa. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you never miss out on another video. Happy quilting your legacy.